Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, one family is calling for change at a new Longboat Key dog park after their dog slipped through the fence and was then hit by a car. The dog is now fighting for its life. Well, the town of Longboat Key says it's looking into the issue. The dog owner is calling for the park to be shut down until the town comes up with a solution. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Bayfront Park on Longboat Key, where this accident happened. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, as you can see, this dog park behind me is just yards away from Gulf of Mexico Drive. So when one Longboat Key resident's pup squeezed through the fence, it was met head-on with a car and is now in critical condition.
They didn't expect him to live the night, but he did.
4-year-old Chance was in what's designated as the big dog section of the Bayfront Dog Park on Tuesday when the unthinkable happened.
He actually squeezed between the rungs of the fence, and he's a medium dog. He's over 20 pounds.
He was hit by a car on Gulf of Mexico Drive. Now is in an ICU unit at a vet in Sarasota, suffering internal injuries and bleeding.
We've been going, and they allow us to hold him and talk to him, but at some point, I may need to tell him it's okay to stop fighting.
Deborah Lament is heartbroken. Chance as much of a member of their family as their children.
It's very, very important to my husband and I that the park be closed until it can be properly repaired.
Town management says that's not going to happen. Here's the issue. The fencing that was installed in the designated small dog side of the park has bars much closer together than those on the big dog side. The other issue, there's no obvious designation for visitors between the two. That issue will be fixed.
We're having two signs made, one very large, very obvious. It says big dog, small dog, and putting each one of those signs on the gate.
Police Chief Peter Cumming was at the dog park today examining the issue and met Lament.
I think it'll help, and I think it's the least we can do at this point.
Lament says while she's glad the town and police department are taking on the issue, those signs aren't an adequate fix.
All the dog parks that I've ever gone to have fencing that goes down into the ground.
That's not the case here. Lament says dogs can dig out very quickly. She would also like to see the fencing that is in the small dog area be put in the large dog area too, for those medium dogs like hers.
It's heartbreaking that this had to happen, but hopefully it will be a process that saves other people's animals.
Now, this sign that you see behind me, this was not here earlier today. Public Works put these temporary signs up until permanent signs can be made. I did talk to the manager of Public Works today. I asked him if there are any other possible fixes that could be coming to the dog park. He says he and his team will come out here and examine it and then go from there. Now, Lament is not happy with that answer. She says that is not enough and that this dog park is not safe until they do something. Reporting live on Longboat Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Jess, thank you so much. Florida's crime rate is dropping, but the number of rapes in the state is increasing. That's according to a new report released by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. The agency uses data from previous years to make its crime report, and the number of reported crimes dropped 2%. The number of reported rapes rose by 8% compared to the same time period from a year ago. Other types of crimes did decline, including burglary, robbery, and aggravated assault.
President Trump has finally spoken, clearly defending Roy Moore against numerous allegations of sexual misconduct with teenage girls. But other allegations of sexual harassment and assault are rocking Capitol Hill, the latest directed at John Conyers, an elder statesman of the House. And we're now hearing more from the second woman who accused Senator Al Franken of inappropriately touching her. ABC's Karen Travers has more from Washington.
It's quiet in Washington ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, but the drumbeat of sexual scandals involving officials here growing louder. The latest lawmaker under fire, Republican Congressman Joe Barton of Texas, who apologized for a graphic image of himself that has been circulating on social media this week. He now confirms he took it and sent it. But in a statement to the Texas Tribune, Barton suggests he sent the image to other adult women with whom he was pursuing a relationship while separated from his wife. And Democratic Congressman John Conyers, the longest-serving member of the House and a civil rights leader, now the subject of an ethics investigation. BuzzFeed reporting that Conyers reached a settlement of more than $27,000 with a former employee who said he repeatedly asked for sexual favors. The Michigan lawmaker says he expressly and vehemently denied the allegations. A second employee of Conyers, his longtime scheduler, alleged in a lawsuit obtained by ABC News that Conyers sexually harassed her with lingering touches, repeatedly rubbing her shoulders and blowing kisses at her. And a cloud of controversy still hanging over Democratic Senator Al Franken, a second accuser speaking out publicly. Lindsay Mentz telling ABC News she felt violated when this photo was taken in 2010.
I stand next to Senator Franken, and he pulls me in towards him, and then he moves his hand to my butt.
In a statement, Senator Franken said, "I feel badly that Ms. Mentz came away from our interaction feeling disrespected." Senator Franken has not been seen in public since the first allegation against him broke last week. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Here at home, a popular program that helps seniors in need is back for the holidays, and it's looking for your help. The Be a Santa to a Senior program reaches more than 200 seniors with personal gifts. All you have to do is choose a paper ornament containing a gift request from Christmas trees located in area businesses, many with just simple gift requests such as slippers or blankets, and then return the requested gift. Not only is it a great way to give back at this time of year, it can really make a difference in someone's life.
It's really amazing to see the looks on people's faces when we come in. It means that somebody cares, that somebody has taken the time to get them a gift that they would like, and that people are coming to spend time with them at a time when they often feel very lonely.
If you'd like to be a Santa to a senior, trees can be found at the Bell's Outlet stores, First Congregational Church of Sarasota, Life Storage, Davidson Drugs, and Harmony Outdoor Brands.
And of course, we have our angel tree here in the ABC 7 lobby, which not only helps seniors, but kids here on the Suncoast as well.
Yeah, many people in need this holiday season. It's the same thing. You go to our lobby during business hours, pick up a gift tag, and then buy those items and bring them back, and then we'll make sure they get to the Salvation Army.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at your first alert weather forecast. Bob?
Excellent program. It's always been well received too in the community, so be sure to go ahead and do that. We are looking at a good deal of rainfall developing out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's all streaming in our direction. There's actually a little low pressure area developing now, and this low pressure area will move basically to the north of our particular area. We'll still get that onshore flow, which will bring some showers and some thunderstorms in our direction over the next 24 to 36 hours, and then things will start to calm down by midday on Friday, it looks like. Right now we have some showers developing just due to the warm temperatures today and the higher humidity values that are developing along the sea breeze front. And then this is the storm system gathering. Pressures have been lowering out in the Gulf right now. And you see that activity, fairly heavy rainfall now developing just within the last half hour near Port Charlotte and just southeast of Northport. This is moving and developing rather to the north now at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Elsewhere, right near the coast, not a lot going on. Don't expect any significant rainfall there along the coastline, but inland areas certainly could see a shower or two like we're seeing right now near Veterans Boulevard, I-75, some slick roads there all the way to Murdoch and along State Road 776. And Manatee County, not much going on with a live sweep of the radar at this point, but that is all due to change. We'll let you know about how much rain we can expect and whether thunderstorms will produce any rough weather coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. This weekend, after all your Thanksgiving leftovers and holiday shopping is done, you can hit the water for a day of fishing. Governor Rick Scott announcing a license-free saltwater fishing day. That means all day Saturday, you and your guests can enjoy fishing without needing a license. It's a great opportunity to see if getting a fishing license in the future is something that would be worthwhile. And for more updates on local and breaking news, remember to download the latest version of our app. iPhone users need to go to the App Store and re-download this app before the end of the month. Just search for WWSB or My Suncoast.
Drones are slowly buzzing their way into the hands of law enforcement and first responders, the technology now being used to solve crimes and save lives. Drones are remote-controlled, camera-equipped flying machines. They started as tools for the military, but are now being used for a wide variety of things, from searching beaches for sharks to scanning crime scenes for survivors. And here on the Suncoast, they're more common than you think.
If your fire department does not have one, or EMS system does not have one, you should get one, because it is the future. And believe me, it is the way to go that's going to prevent a firefighter, EMT, paramedic from getting hurt.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick is taking us into the drone zone to show you firsthand how this technology is being used across the Suncoast and what local agencies think the future could be for these flying machines.
Sarasota High School is looking for a new football coach. Principal David Jones accepting the resignation of head football coach Brian Riles today. Riles will continue at Sarasota High as the school's outreach coordinator for First Step. Jones says Sarasota High will begin a national search now for a new coach. The Sailors finished this last season, just finished, with a 5-6 record. Still to come on your Suncoast News, during the busiest time of travel during the year, a look at what you can expect on the roads and at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus extra security measures to prevent robberies at pharmacies, why some pharmacists are worried that the new technology may actually put them in harm's way.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
For millions of Americans, the Thanksgiving holiday escape is well underway, with more than 50 million people expected to travel this year. That's the most in about a dozen years, and this holiday weekend is expected to break holiday travel records that were set back in 2005. ABC's Elizabeth Herr is at Newark International Airport in New Jersey with a look at the travel madness.
From New York to Philadelphia, D.C., Chicago, and Los Angeles, travelers on the move pack the airports bright and early, trying to beat the Thanksgiving rush.
So that's why I got up at 2 a.m. for a 7 a.m. flight.
But as you can see, avoiding long lines, not easy. Turns out airlines are expecting 3% more flyers. That's more than 28 million passengers compared to last year.
It was either drive in awful traffic or pay for a really expensive plane ticket. So just chose the lesser of two evils.
That's right. Driving this holiday weekend could really test your patience with a record 45.5 million drivers expected to hit the road, the most since 2005. So if you're thinking taking the train is the way to go, Amtrak says the earlier train, the better. But fair warning, this Sunday could get really ugly. Last year, it was their single busiest travel day of the year. Bottom line, whatever your mode of transportation, you'll have plenty of company. Stressful? Yes. So some airports are now even offering a new and adorable option to get you through this madness.
You might be able to find some of our puppies out throughout the terminals. Go ahead and pet it and help your travels along.
Well, unfortunately, airport officials say you're going to find those long lines wherever you go this holiday weekend. So their best advice, get to the airport early. Where we are, they're suggesting 2 hours for domestic flights and 3 hours for international. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, Newark International Airport.
And so even though it is the busiest travel day of the year, you wouldn't know it at the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport. SRQ President Rick Piccolo says the airlines don't add any flights around Thanksgiving, and the planes are just as full today as they were last week or the week before. He says airlines will start adding more flights around the Christmas holiday season. And he says the only big difference between this year and last year on Thanksgiving Eve is outside the building.
Well, we've added shade parking, so you can now keep your vehicle out of the sun. It's at the east end of the ticket wing, and we just changed it to a long-term lot, so you pay the same rate that you will in the long-term lot, so it's a low-cost way to keep your car under cover. So we have that, and we have that open now, and if we get into an overflow parking situation during the holiday periods, either now or at the Christmas time, we will have that available to the public. So that's one thing that's different from last year.
Piccolo says expect the airlines to add additional flights starting December 21st to traditional hub airports like Atlanta and Charlotte, and also the debut of direct service to Detroit. Now to first alert traffic for the holiday travelers. We aren't seeing any major delays, but on I-75, some slowdowns in the northbound lanes, which is pretty typical this time of day, right near University Parkway. Also a crash at Honoré Avenue and Proctor Road, so that may slow traffic in that area.
And speaking of traffic, there were a lot of people at the grocery stores today. I was going in and out of some stores just to grab a few quick things, but oh my goodness, almost everything was either gone or there were long lines.
Like a preparation for a tropical event, right? Everything's gone. People are getting ready for the big holiday tomorrow. Things are looking kind of wet. Hope you have your umbrellas around. A good chance for showers and some thunderstorms too in the mix due to a low pressure area developing in the Gulf. Now the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing quite a bit of clouds developing late, but not today. We had just fair weather cumulus clouds throughout much of the day. A nice warm day too. Temperatures into the upper 70s to low 80s across the region, but notice how those clouds are darkening up a bit as a result of the sea breeze and just some warm temperatures around. The low pressure area is developing out in the Gulf, and which will track across north central Florida throughout the day on Thursday and early Friday morning. So this evening, if you have some plans along the coast, it should be okay. We'll see increasing cloudiness. Temperatures still pretty mild, 68 degrees by 11 o'clock tonight, and we are anticipating a good chance for showers developing throughout the day on Thanksgiving. Sarasota-Bradenton Airport right now, 76 degrees, and the dew point is at 64. Still pretty high in that number. Winds out of the north-northwest at 6, and the pressure 29.90. And that has been trending downward as the last 24 hours, so we'll keep an eye on that as that low develops in the Gulf. The Futurecast is showing a fairly decent night tonight. You'll see these showers here kind of winding on down, but then developing 4 a.m., maybe a little bit of activity developing near the Tampa Bay area. But we'll watch this out in the Gulf of Mexico become a little bit more concentrated as it moves its way to the northeast. Now, most of it will be showers, but there will be a few embedded thunderstorms in this, and this isn't 100% accurate as far as where the storms are going to be, so you can kind of just take this generally and say there will be some showers around. They'll be here in the morning. during the afternoon and during the evening. Some of those could bring some very heavy rainfall. In fact, the Futurecast depicting this pretty significant cell moving off toward Longboat Key at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and also the Anna Maria Island area. So we'll watch that, and it continues to move off to the northeast. The heaviest rain will be to the north, where the center tracks across the state, it looks like. But then we'll have residual moisture left around and another piece of energy moving through on Friday morning. So another round of showers and possible thunderstorms on Friday morning. It doesn't appear that we are going to see anything severe. There's a chance of some thunderstorms. That's it basically across the peninsula right now, with the Storm Prediction Center indicating no real concentrated area of any severe weather. But it bears watching anytime this occurs in this situation with the water there still into the low 70s. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Possibility of severe weather, though, very, very small and remote at this point. Well, the rainfall forecast is calling for the majority of the heavier rainfall to be to our north. However, we will see some showers, some isolated areas over an inch. Now, again, these aren't set in stone. This is based on some model data, but I would not be surprised to see some rainfall amounts up to an inch in some isolated areas. Generally, everyone will see rain, at least a quarter of an inch or more. We haven't had a whole lot of rainfall, though, this month at all. Low temperatures overnight tonight will be into the mid-60s, and then highs tomorrow due to the cloud cover. Slightly below average, but still warm due to a south wind. As I mentioned, it looks as though we will see the showers stick around through Black Friday. So if you're going to be out in the early morning hours on Friday, look out for some showers to be around still, and quite a bit of clouds around. But the big story, obviously, is this system developing here in the Gulf and tracking off to the northeast across the state throughout Thursday and early Friday. For boaters tomorrow, not the best weather. Scattered showers and storms. Southeast winds turn to the south at around 10 knots, and seas will be 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now 73, and the UV index will be very low as a result of the clouds and showers. Low tide upcoming 8:03, and sunset will be at 5:37, so mostly cloudy tonight. 20% chance for showers and 67 for a low tomorrow. Look for showers and storms for the entirety of the day, scattered about. There'll be some breaks now and again. 76 for your high temperature, and the extended forecast is calling for another chance for morning showers on Friday, and then Saturday looks good, Sunday as well, mid to upper 70s. There'll be a dry cold front moving through Sunday, cooling things down just a little bit and staying fairly close to seasonal averages. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. In health news tonight, if you had a chance to better your odds of avoiding cancer, would you do it? With How You Can, here's ABC News correspondent Stephanie Ramos.
A puff of smoke, a number on a scale, and a martini. What do they have in common? Well, there are 3 factors: smoking, excess weight, and alcohol, modifiable risk factors for cancer. That's a doctor's way of saying these are the 3 things you can change to lower your risk of dying from all kinds of cancer. A new report adds weight to the research and also finds that smoking in particular accounts for nearly 1 in 3 cancer deaths and 1 in 5 new cancer cases. The study, led by the American Cancer Society, is out as science is closer to preventing cancer. Cancer death rates are down by 25% over recent decades. That's the good news. But the bad news is that there are still an estimated 1.6 million new cases of cancer, and there are 600,000 deaths from cancer in the U.S. this year alone. Nearly half of these, doctors say, are preventable. A reminder that as we start a new year, it could also be time for you to take action. Start being mindful of your weight. Don't overdo it on alcohol. And if you're tempted to reach for a smoke, remember, put it out before it puts you out. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
Walgreens is taking measures to reduce robberies in its stores nationwide. The company has installed time-delayed safes in its pharmacies across several states. These safes are not used to store money, but instead they'll protect the controlled substances that thieves often target. Walgreens says criminals are less likely to rob a pharmacy when they know that they will have to wait for a safe to open.
It's a time delay safe, so basically the pharmacist, once they activate the safe safe stays locked for several minutes. They cannot get into it. They have no control over that, and this allows the police enough time to respond to the store to apprehend would-be criminals.
Well, not all of the chain's pharmacists are on board with this technology. Some say thieves may not believe that they have no control over opening the safe and then think they can do so if properly motivated. They warn that that puts the pharmacists in harm's way. Coming up, a developing story overseas, the search for survivors after a U.S. Navy aircraft crashes overnight. Plus, video you don't want to miss of a North Korean soldier crossing the border. The heart-pounding moments leading up to his escape.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get KBV's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for as little as $24,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The latest now on a U.S. Navy aircraft that crashed in the Pacific Ocean. 11 people were on board when the plane went down overnight. So far, 8 people have been found, and the search continues for more survivors. The plane crashed about 500 miles off the coast of the Japanese island of Okinawa. The plane, used to transport people and supplies to carriers, was on its way to the USS Ronald Reagan, which is currently taking part in a field training exercise between the United States and Japan. A North Korean soldier is recovering tonight in South Korea after defecting. Dramatic new video captures the soldier's flight to freedom across the border. ABC's Molly Hunter shows us those heart-pounding moments.
Racing down tree-lined roads, this Jeep is speeding south towards the most heavily fortified border in the world. Past the North Korean flags here at this checkpoint on the way to the demilitarized zone. Inside the Jeep, 24-year-old Oh, known only by his last name, a North Korean soldier desperate to defect. But the alarm bells have been sounded, his fellow North Korean soldiers racing to stop him. He crashes the Jeep and starts to flee on foot. They open fire. He scrambles away and sprints across the border. He was shot multiple times, now critically wounded, hunkered down behind this wall. South Korean soldiers can be seen crawling towards him, finally dragging him across the border safely into South Korea.
And O went straight into the hospital in South Korea. Doctors say that he is stable, but he's suffering from parasites, a consequence of contaminated food and water. They also say he's very shy and understandably suffering from post-traumatic stress. And today, doctors said he was listening to some K-pop and watching Transporter 3 as he recovers. Molly Hunter, ABC News, London.
A mother bear and her 2 cubs giving law enforcement a night to remember after being spotted wandering through a California city. Take a look as a mother bear and her 2 cubs spot a deputy on patrol and then take off through Tahoe City. The mama got one look at the deputy's cruiser and gathered up her young ones. You can see them taking off as the deputy chases after the cubs in the cruiser. And firefighters had an unusual rescue in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 3 African elephants heading to Sarasota for the winter had to be rescued after the semi-truck they were riding in caught fire. It happened on Interstate 24 in the early morning hours this week. The owners were able to get Mika, Lovey, and Lou out of the trailer and keep them calm on the side of the road while crews put out the fire. However, there's no word on what caused the fire exactly. The Chattanooga Fire Department reports the elephants have since been brought to their destination. Sure, that was kind of difficult to get all 3 of them out of that trailer.
Glad they're okay for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were just calm right there, just waiting, watching everything happening on the side of the road.
Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, the future of a Sarasota County park is up in the air.
Why parents are concerned a change in financial responsibility could hurt the sports teams that use the park.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Auto Trader recently said Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. A segment best. You deserve the best. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.